and you're gonna miss me for the rest of your life. And I know that we both know that for a fact. I got proof. Haven't said anything for 3 years. I let it rock. Now I just want y'all to know what's really going on. Y'all ready?
If you're looking for a winner, looking for a dance, looking for supreme, looking for a queen, just roll with me. If you're looking for a winner, looking for a dance.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. But if you're an OG, thank you so much for coming back to another video. So today's video, I'm sure you can tell what it's going to be about by the title. No, this is not clickbait. No, it's not made up drama. This is real life. This is true. This is kind of, I ain't gonna say it's my story because it doesn't define me, but it's something that I experienced. And it's almost like comical, so I wanted to make a video about it. And I know some people are gonna be in the comments, oh, you're not over him because you're still talking about him. Let me stop you right there. This happened 3 years ago, and so I'm completely 135% over him. You know, so I'm gonna leave it at that. So yeah, let's just get into the video because I don't want it to be too long. So my boyfriend had a baby with my cousin. Okay. I know y'all like, what? Yeah, literally, that happened. My very first video on my channel, if you go back to my oldest videos, my very first video on my channel, that was him. We're gonna call him Cam because that's his name. We're gonna call my cousin, which I some people was like, don't say her name, just make up her name. Call her K. I'm gonna call her K. Me and Cam was together. Y'all like my outfit? It's a jumpsuit. Anyway, me and Cam, we started dating in 2012, right? I was 15 years old and we broke up in 2018. We officially I knew, anyway, it was about 6 years, right? Okay, sorry, I don't really like the way it looks, but it keeps everything together. Okay, so me and Cam, we were together for 6 years. Okay, I don't even know where to start in this story. So I guess y'all don't know about, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna go through our relationship because if you want to see that, then I mean, there's literally still videos on my channel, and if people wonder why I still keep those videos on my channel, it's because I'm still getting paid from those videos. We were together. I met him my 9th grade year. Yeah, something like that. I was 15, so I think that was my 9th grade year of high school. And when we met, we instantly clicked or whatever. We hung out like almost every single day, and Kay would literally ask me about him every single time she saw me. Like, me and Kay went to the same high school, which is my cousin. We went to the same high school, like ran track together. Like, I want to put pictures up, so like I don't know if I'm gonna insert these pictures on here or not, but anyway, besides the point, every single day, and I'm not exaggerating, Kay would ask me about him. No lie. At this point, I would say we were together for maybe 2 to 3 years. She would be like, literally, hey, are you and Cam still together? Hey, are you and Cam still together? I never thought of it. I never thought anything about it. Like, I was just like, oh yeah, because you know, a lot of people, we were together for a really long time, so it was normal for people to ask me that. Like, it wouldn't be normal for people to like question, you know, to just see if we're still together or if we're not still together. Because like I said, we were together for a long time. Okay, so I never thought anything of it because she wasn't the only one who asked, but she was the only one that asked consistently. Still didn't think anything of it. Okay, so let's fast forward to after high school, right? After high school, like, I remember she used to work at Wendy's, and I went through the drive-thru one day. I was literally driving, and I pulled up, and she literally opened the window and like to Wendy's, and she was like, hey Cam. He was like, what up? So I'm like, oh, okay. I don't even remember she spoke to me or not. All I know is that she spoke to him, and she spoke to him first. So I mean, it still didn't click like that because I'm like, ain't no way. If you like me, ain't no way you gonna like her. I'm just being honest. So I didn't even think anything of it. And then I think the one time that I noticed that they were like, it was something going on. It was one night, and our relationship was coming towards an end. I'll go into why we stopped talking in a minute, but our relationship was going through some things. I was basically just staying with him, trying to figure out if that's what God wanted me to do. Like if he wanted, if this was the person he had for me, or if he, wanted me to, be with someone else and do better. One night I had went to a bonfire, like me, him, and 3 of our closest friends. We all went to, and his brother, we all went to a bonfire, and this is when she worked at another job, and she was working at a gas station. And I remember, like, I went in the store. He came in the store too. And I remember her, like, she spoke to him when he walked in again. Like, she always spoke to him. But it's okay because I got some for that. Anyway, she used to speak to him, like, every single time. Like, dang, like, is he a celebrity or something? I don't know. He told our mutual friend to walk me to the car. And he came to the car too and put, can I say his name? Put his cousin. He came and he was like, hey, bruh, come here real quick. And I noticed they both went into the store. And when he went into the store, he was literally at the cash register talking to her. And I didn't say anything that night, I don't think. I think it was a couple nights later when I said something. He was like, oh, no, man, she was just talking. She was just, we were just chatting it up or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. So I never, that night is when I started being suspicious, because I remember I asked Jennifer, I was like, do they talk, or do they, like, what's going on here? Because why you want me to go to the car so you can go back over here to talk to her? But again, dumb B syndrome. I'm not sure how their relationship started. I've heard that she's, talked to him first. That's what I heard, but I don't really care, because at the end of the day, both of y'all are wrong in the situation. I don't care who talked to who, it happened. And I don't know how long they've been talking. I have a feeling that they've been talking the whole entire time we were together, especially, like, why you always speaking to him first? Like, it's hyperactivity. And then second of all, it's just like sly stuff they would do, like, him going back into the store, stuff like that. So I always, so anyway, I think they've been talking way before we broke up. So we stopped talking in December of 2017. This is when I broke up with him. Mind you, in January of 2018, we talked here and there. But December of 2017, I'm like, okay, 2018 is my year. I'm about to turn 21. I don't want to go into this next phase of my life with you. Like, and it wasn't just him, it was me too, because we both had cheated in our relationship, right? So I'm just gonna be fully honest. Like, we both cheated in our relationship. We both lied in our relationship, and it was just crazy young, too young to want to do better, but too old that we knew better. We just chose not to. And I think that was just because we were together for a really long time, like high school, all through college, well, most of college. That's a really long time to be tied to one person. And so he was basically all I knew. He would come to, like, basically live with me when I moved to college. Every single Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, he would stay with me. And then during the week, sometimes he had to be at work at 6 o'clock, and he still, like, came and stayed with me and left for work at like 4 in the morning. And so yeah, it was a lot of, I don't know what to call it. I feel like I knew that we grew apart. For our 5-year anniversary, I'm kind of getting off track. I'm just trying to remember these, like, say these things as I'm remembering them. I hope y'all don't get confused. But for our 5-year anniversary, we went to Atlanta. Went to Atlanta for our 5-year anniversary in March. And I knew then that we were done. Like, on the trip, I knew, I was like, he's not the one for me. And so I made a conscious effort to pray every single night. Lord, if there's people in my life who don't need to be in my life, then I ask you just to remove them from my life. And if they are meant to be, then I ask you to show me. And I think God put it to a way that he knew I wouldn't go back. we had broken up a few times in our relationship, but it was like, you know, 3 months at the most, I think. And so I know that God knew that if he hadn't have had a baby with this K girl, that I would have probably still went back to him, and I'd still be taking him back, and he wanted me to move forward. I've known for a while. I feel like our relationship was good the first 3 years, but the last 2.5 to 3 years, we ain't had no type of business being together, period. At this time, I know that Kay is in a relationship, or that's what she showed on Instagram, because I was following her on Instagram at this time, and we was together. And I think this was right before I had saw her at the gas station the night of the bonfire, and a few months before that, I would notice she was posting dudes with like pictures with her boyfriend or whatever. And so there was also something that I was like, okay, so she got a boyfriend. So I still never understood why she would be so malicious and so like, you know, like I don't understand why you would move that way. But it's fine. God don't like ugly, and he don't bless no mess. So how did I find out that they were together? We had broken up, like I said. We stopped talking in December. I was like, you know, it's 2018. I don't want to go in this year with you. No offense, it's just like we outgrown each other. Like the stuff I would say to him, like out of hate. Like once I'm angry or I'm hurt, I say stuff that makes you like it shouldn't even be allowed to say. I would never speak to anyone else like this. But you are supposed to be the person that I'm in love with, and you know, you're just not giving me everything that I need. So I said the worst things to him that y'all can imagine. You know what I'm saying? He said some stuff to me too that I'll never forget, and which is also one of the reasons why I left. And I was like, you know what? I'm not no good for you, and you're not no good for me at this point. It was toxic. So we had broken up, and I remember talking to this guy that they weren't even really friends. And his name is Raymond. I have a video on my channel. I think it was the Never Have I Ever or some Would You Rather. I don't know. But I made a video with him. We weren't ever dating, but we were just, you know, talking. It was something else just to kind of get my mind off of Cam. So one night I had my cousin post a picture of me and Raymond because I knew that he would see it. He was literally the first person to like the picture. And I remember I was like, okay, he's seen it, so you can take it down now. I think she left it up for a day or so. The next day, and at this point I was not following him on social media. I was still following her, but I wasn't following him. The next day, they both posted a picture with each other. So Kay and Cam posted a picture with each other, like hugged up and stuff. And I woke up and my phone was bananas. My phone was off the chain. Like, I don't even know how to, because mind you, like, I just woke up. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I remember like it was yesterday. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to name drop which one of my friends texted me because that's really not no one's business and I don't want to like put them in this. But I had so many of my friends text me and say, did you see this? Why is he with Kay now? And so, okay, so many people sent me that, and I'm in shock. Like I'm like stuck because first of all, you're my cousin. Second of all, you knew this was the love of my life. Third of all, you know he always gonna be my man, so I'm confused. Fourth of all, why? Like I would have never thought he was her type. And on his part, first of all, she my cousin. Second of all, like, what was your point? Like, it was some real slimy, vindictive, evil, malicious type stuff for them to even get together. So a few months after they got together, they had a baby. Well, she got pregnant, right? I found out she was pregnant through the grapevine. Because like I said, at this point, once they posted that together, I'm not following her. I'm not following him. I'll tell y'all about that later. But, anyway, I found out that she was pregnant through the grapevine. And it did not bother me like that until, like, it didn't. Okay, I'm trying to see what's the best way for me to explain to you. Okay, so a few months after, literally I think a few months, they was together maybe like 5 or 6 months, she announced that she was pregnant. and some people told me. And when we first broke up, it was hard. It was hard for me, but it wasn't as hard because I knew it was the right thing to do. Like, it wasn't like all the other times when we broke up. I knew that he was not meant for me just because of the way we was talking to each other. Like, he would get an attitude with me for asking him or talking like doing simple stuff. So, like, I would ask him a question, he would get irritated. I would say something, he would get irritated. So I was like, you know what, it's time for me to ride out. And so that's what I did. So I knew in the bottom of my stomach when I dropped him off when we broke up. I like dropped him off at his mom's house when we broke up. I knew from the bottom of my heart that I would never be seeing him again. I know we would never be dating again. Like, I knew we would never be together again. Okay. So when I saw that, first of all, when I saw that he was with my cousin, I'm like, okay, cool. God, this is what I prayed for. It's not exactly how I wanted my prayers to be answered, but it's I prayed for it, so I gotta swallow that. And then I knew, like, when she was pregnant, it just wasn't no coming back from that. Like, of course, it wasn't no coming back when he, you know, had started talking to her. But a baby? Nah. And I'm just like, I don't even know why females would set themselves up like that. Especially if it's somebody that you know. Like, we all run in the same circle. Well, I ain't gonna say we run in the same circle, but we're from the same small town. Like, what's your point? And so I thought about, I didn't talk to him for 3 years. Sorry, y'all, I got a phone call. I'm trying to figure out where was I with this story. Okay, so when I found out, the day I found out that she was pregnant, somebody told me I had like a pit of disgust. It's sitting in the bottom of my stomach. But I was also relieved. For me, it's easier to get over someone when they messed me over so bad. Like, because I know that, hey, ain't no coming back from this. So why be stuck on you when I know I can't go back to you? Now, had he moved on with a different girl, like, I don't know, like a random chick that I didn't know, I would still probably be, you know, I would still probably have been trying to talk to him or get with him or try to work things out. But once he crossed that line and messed with my cousin, I was like, ain't no way, ain't no coming back from this. So I'm not gonna sit here and wish and hope and think about something that's gonna happen when you've hurt me so bad, because clearly you don't care nothing about me. I mean, you just don't. You don't care nothing about me. I wouldn't even, like, ask people about them. Like, I'm not that type of person. Like, once I'm off you, I'm off you. But you know how it is. Like, people still bring certain people up, and it's just like, and they'll still, like, you know, show you pictures like, oh my gosh, look at this hot mess. Literally, that's what people would say. And I would be like, okay, I don't want to see nothing, because I would feel nauseous. Like, you really tried me? But one thing that I know, and two things for sure, is one, he regrets everything that he's done. And if he can go back and undo it, he would. And two, he's gonna know loss for the rest of his life. So he's gonna have to live with this, because for the rest of his life, he's gonna know loss. I mean, and that's just that's just what it is. See, my thing was, my revenge to him was to never speak to him again, even though that didn't really work out. Like, we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? We're nothing of the sort. I would never be friends with someone who betrayed me and hurt me like, well, yeah, betrayed me and hurt me like that. Who would mess with somebody, who would move so nasty. You know what I'm saying? So I know that there's no hope for a friendship. Damn sure not a relationship. And we ain't even really, we're not cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I see you, I'm the type of person that I forgive and I forget. Forgiving you for what you've done. I don't think about you. You don't cross my mind unless somebody bring it up to me. Like, if somebody asks me about him or mention him, or if I see him, then you know what I'm saying. But like, in my spare time, I'm not sitting here writing in a journal about you, or like daydreaming about you, or stalking you on Instagram. So imagine losing me, and for what? For what? Because you could have at least picked a cute cousin, or a decent cousin, a decent human being. I'm just saying. There's plenty of options you could have picked, and you chose this one particular girl. And it gets me uptight, and it gets me like tight, because she, like, the whole time I feel like she was plotting. That's where, because I hate to give people the satisfaction. You won that battle, but I won that war. You know. And so to her, you reap what you sow. And that I do know. To her, you're with the man who is literally still obsessed with me. And I'm not saying it to be boastful or to be ugly, but it's like you gotta be careful. I've always wondered what is y'all's karma gonna be? What's your karma gonna be? My karma, when I was 13, I talked to, I guess I'll at this end. When I was 13, Cam's cousin, I was with him for like 11 months, but I was 12. And I didn't know Cam was his cousin until after we were together, or like a little bit before. Like when we first started talking, I had no idea. So I never intentionally moved foully when I met you. Because if I did, I would have walked away. I would have walked away. But you knew. And you knew that this girl was plotting on you. And for that, I can't mess with you. For that, I'm across the street when I see you coming. And you can continue to do what you've been doing, if you know what I mean. But back to her. To have a baby by my ex. And I don't even really want to make this about y'all. This is just a story time. And people are probably gonna be like, why are you doing a story time if you're over it? If you're, you know what I'm saying? And I understand that. But it's almost comical. It's like something out of a movie. That's what story times are for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I filmed this video. But I can never imagine his karma is that you're stuck with somebody, this girl, for the rest of your life, and she'll never be me, and you're gonna miss me for the rest of your life. And I know that we both know that for a fact. I got proof. Her karma. You know, in the bottom of your stomach, in the bottom of your heart, you've gone through his phone. Let me stop. But you know how bad he want me back. So to be with somebody who's still in love with their ex, that's tough. So that's your karma. Hopefully y'all learn from this. And I have, and it's just to keep my grass cut and watch out for snakes. And that's why I don't have really many friends now, because I've had 2 people mess me over like that. I've always thought about getting back at her, because I already know for him, he suffered for 3 years, me not speaking to him. I know that. We both know that. You suffered for 3 years. And you wasn't consistent in nothing in our relationship, but you consistently miss me. Consistently regret your decision. You know what I'm saying? You're consistent with it. And that's a damn hell of a long of a lifetime to live like that. To know that you lost the best thing that would have ever happened to you. And for her, anything that I had, I can get it right back. Trust me on that. I can get it right back. So I've thought about if I wanted to get back at her, and I'm not gonna say that I got back at her in a way, because there's no, y'all had a baby, I'm never gonna have a baby by him. So I think you've won in that area. You won him as a baby father. Congrats. But in other areas, I got him, and that's the tough part. Be careful how you treat people, because when the tables turn, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Be careful how you treat people. Be kind to everyone, but especially be kind to yourself. And if you're going through heartbreak or anything like that right now, if you want a video on how I dealt with heartbreak and got over certain situations, then let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to film that for y'all. Karma has been served. And it was never my intention to get back at either one of you. I knew you were gonna, I knew for him, Cam, I knew that, I'm sorry, you're never gonna have that bond with anybody else. I know that. So that's your karma. Your karma is missing me. Your karma is never getting me back, you know? But for her, and I kind of feel bad. Not really though. Because it's not about getting back, because there's no winners in this situation. There's no winners, you know? He's still mine, and I don't even want him.